LeBron James passes Michael Jordan in 30-point games, Dirk Nowitzki in games played. With a fadeaway jumper, LeBron James reaches 30 points for the 563rd time to break Michael Jordan's 22-year-old record. Los Angeles, AP, LeBron James broke Michael Jordan's NBA record for 30-point games during the Los Angeles Lakers' victory over Atlanta on Friday night. With a turnaround jumper with 5:58 to play for the last of his 30 points, James reached at least 30 points in the regular season for the 563rd time in his career, surpassing the mark established by Jordan in 2003. Jordan set his record in 1,072 games over 15 seasons, while James surpassed it in his 1,523rd appearance over 22 seasons. "It's very humbling," James said. "Anytime I'm mentioned with any of the greats, and arguably the greatest ever to play the game, super cool. It's someone I idolized in my childhood, and I wear 23 because of him. So to know that I can sit here and be in the room or in the conversation or whatever it is, you mention MJ, it's like super duper dope for me, being a kid where I'm from." James turned 40 last week, and he is among the few remaining active players who personally witnessed Jordan in his 1990s prime with the Chicago Bulls. He studied and admired Jordan during his childhood in Akron, Ohio. When James passed Jordan for 4th place on the NBA's career scoring list back in March 2019, the moment moved him to tears on the Lakers bench. He called Jordan an inspiration and the lightning in a bottle for me, because I wanted to be like him. The Lakers heralded James' latest statistical superlative in their locker room after the Lakers' 119-102 win over Atlanta. Chicago native Anthony Davis also made sure James kept his achievement in perspective, however. "It bothers me," the Lakers' big man said with a grin. "But it took him 7 more seasons. No, actually, growing up, I was more #1 LeBron. That was my era. So that's obviously a hell of an accomplishment. I think he's probably #1 in everything at this point. I've been here long enough to witness so many accomplishments, so I'm definitely grateful to be here, and we just want to keep stacking." James scored his final 2 buckets on turnaround, fadeaway jumpers that looked more than a little bit like the famed shot at the heart of Jordan's mid-range game. James said youth coaches didn't always like his attempts to emulate Jordan's turnaround fade because it compromises a shooter's balance, but he has spent his entire basketball life honing it into a weapon. "Jordan was more of a left-shoulder fadeaway guy," James said. "I kind of go the opposite way. But just 2 masters of their craft putting in work and work and work to the point where it's kind of become unguardable. It just works. It's work and dedication." Coincidentally, James also passed Dirk Nowitzki, 1,522, for the 4th most games played in the regular season in NBA history Friday night. James has already played the most postseason games, 287, in NBA history. But James shows absolutely no signs of slowing in his record-tying 22nd season. He scored 38 points against Portland one night earlier to tie Jordan's 30-point mark. James hit 7 3-pointers against the Blazers while putting up the 3rd most points ever scored by a player over 40, trailing only 2 games played by Jordan shortly after he turned 40 with Washington. Only 3 players have scored at least 30 points in an NBA game after turning 40. Jordan did it 4 times, Nowitzki did it once, and James has already done it twice in the first 5 days of his 40s. It's just another thing that he's done in his career, and certainly speaks to his greatness and longevity, Lakers coach J.J. Redick said. That stretch where he hit 2 fadeaways and a 3, with 7:14 to play, gave us the cushion we needed and control of the game. James became the NBA's career scoring leader last season, and he holds several additional longevity records. He has scored at least 10 points in 1,253 consecutive games over the past 18 years, obliterating the record set by Jordan from 1986 to 2001, 866.